Hi, today is 4th of July and we are on the weekend, and this analysis is for the next week, in which we are going to go through some of the charts and we are going to understand which of the charts have a very good setup for us, and also it will tell us what should be the way forward that we are going to have a look into. So let's start. I have a list of some 150 charts. We would be very quickly browsing में हम लोग जितने भी चार्ट्स हैं इसमें हम लोग जल्दी जाएंगे और जाके देखेंगे कि किस किस चार्ट्स में अच्छी पैटर्न्स बन रही है. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ AU स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक. ये आप देख सकते हो कि इट हैज़ गॉट मल्टीपल सपोर्ट इन दिस ट्रेंड line and it's very near the trend line. Going forward, if you are trying to make a position, try to keep 1014 as your stop loss, and if it reverses from here, so maybe it's a stock may or be selling आएगी. But the way it's moving forward and the way positions are being made, also keep track of resistance of around about 1140 region over here, and if it sustains over that तो हम लोग को एक बहुत अच्छी move towards 1300 मिल सकती है in going in the very short term. The second company is Aarti Industries. Definitely this is also a very it has given a very good move, और अभी हम देख सक रहे हैं कि ये move just start हुई है. So going forward, I would suggest to track over 888 region and try to see if we are able to move past it. Actually, this has formed a very beautiful channel, and once we enter the trade at 888, then maybe going forward we can go for an all-time high of near 940 950 region. But also keep Aarti Industries in your tracker. Adani Total, Adani, I don't really care. This is not my piece of cake. The third company which I want to talk about is Aditya Birla Capital. Here you can see it has got a very good support in the last session on Friday. For going forward, I think 122 would be a very good price for us to track, and also we should be tracking if it's able to close above 126 region over here, and preferably the breakout should happen above 130. So this stock should also be kept in your radar in this short term, and maybe we can see some interesting move from here. This analysis was done a few weeks back, and you can see how the pattern in the last 4 trading sessions जब मैं छुट्टी पे था ये कैसे merge हुआ है, and this looks really good. Ajanta Pharma went for a new 52-week high, and going forward, actually a new all-time high, and going forward we can actually, you can see in the monthly chart, this is a very good pattern which has formed. It has formed a very good sort of cup, and now if it dips, then we would be buying it. I would suggest to keep track of below 2030 levels, and I know this won't be coming very soon, so maybe we have to be some patient. But going forward, every stock corrects, and maybe with some weakness in Nifty, we would be able to enter this. No matter what, you should keep Ajanta Pharma in the midterm and try to monitor it. The next company is Alchem Lab, and this is exactly has already been discussed. You can see these drawings are from earlier videos, and I am pretty sure that I drew it when it was here, and now you can see it is nicely following the cup. So above 1036 levels, it would be a breakout zone, and we should definitely be tracking Alchem Pharmaceuticals, Alembic, sorry, it's Alembic Pharma. Then the next company is Apollo Hospital. Similarly, you can see we formed a channel a few sessions ago, and it gave an all-time high. So right now we would be waiting for 3500 and see if it reverses and takes a support in this trend line. So this company should also be in your radar. The next company is Amaraja Batteries, and this drawing was done long back, and you can see that it's now trying to consolidate in a very tight box, and actually I think going forward Amaraja Battery above this particular box I'm talking about, and so I'm pretty sure very good volume breakout is going to come very soon, and definitely you should keep a track on 760 region for a very powerful move way forward, and this has been in a downturn since the start mid of Jan this year, and since 6-7 months it has been in this down phase, and now it's trying to reverse, and it's trying to close above this channel resistance. So इसलिए आपसे Amraja battery looks a very good buy in dip. The next company is Ashok Leyland. We did some analysis. We took this breakout and we closed it round over here. 126 is basically a very good sort of resistance, and if you look the chart in a very longer time, you would understand of why 126 has always played such a huge vital role for this particular chart. So going forward, I think if it is able to sustain over 146, and if it is able to maintain to give a closing above 126, and then it should try towards the 133 regions. And as you can see that if you forget this channel line, but rather if you just concentrate on the channel which we have, and also let's here, so you can see it's in a channel, and this channel, if you look back in a monthly chart, you will see that this has been a channel formed since 2018. So right now it's consolidating very near the top of the channel, and I'm pretty sure if it's able to take 132 out, it will go for it will give a very good breakout, and theoretically we should be seeing very high levels of 160 at least from here once the breakout comes in. The next company is Apollo Tyre. Apollo Tyre has also been trading in a channel, and right now it seems like 240 and 220 is sort of a range bound trade for Apollo Tyre, or rather we can have this one as your support. And theoretically Apollo Tyre had a lot of positions created lately. Try to track if there's a breakout over 240 comes in the very short term, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's able to move past this particular channel and move higher. The next company would be Balakrishna Industries. We formed this a long time back, and right now Balakrishna Industries is trying to a move, and maybe going forward a breakout, but I really doubt whether this breakout will be coming very time soon. You can see it's around about over here, and you can see this is sort of a channel, but going forward I think move towards above 2320 would be something that you shouldn't be missing out. There has been a lot of positions created lately in Balakrishna Industries, and I am pretty sure if you look for the monthly chart, maybe you see that there's a lot of volume participation in the last few months, and going forward maybe Balakrishna Industry would be going for new all-time high. Right now it's very nice all-time high. The next company is Bank of India, and here also we can see that it has formed a channel, and this is a very कॉमन पैटर्न आई एम प्रीटी शिट सॉरी। और ये जो हम लोग देख पा रहे हैं कि ये जो चैनल है इसमें एक बहुत अच्छी एक पैटर्न बना रही है बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, एंड मे बी गोइंग फॉरवर्ड ये एक इस तरह से कप एंड हैंडल का ब्रेकआउट देगी. आई वुड टेल यू टू कीप लेवल ऑफ 88 एंड एज योर ब्रेकआउट, and though it seems like it's pretty away, but you never know, क्योंकि ये breakout अगर एक बार आ गई तो going forward we can expect a very good move towards the level of 100. The next one is Bata India. Let me try to see in a monthly, no daily, yeah. So Bata India since February it was in a downtrend exactly. So ये बहुत पहले की एक drawing है, जब ये breakout आई थी we took the trade from 1400 and we closed it near about at 1650 levels. I remember here on this day I closed the trade, and since then it has been in a downtrend. But going forward recently मैं यही देख रहा हूँ कि ये एक tight box में since a few sessions trend कर रही है. So if this box goes below 1580, then you can expect something around about 1540. But I would really suggest you to keep an eye on if 1550 is breached, and if it is able to take support in 1540 region. So this region has acted like a support in multiple instances, and this was a resistance over here. Here also you can see there was a very tight and very narrow consolidation which happened in this zone. So basically this zone should act like a buffer. Going forward, I would rather look in if 1626 or 1630 levels are breached, and then we can try to take a trade. So right now it's on, we are just waiting for the actual confirmation. This was a trade we took on Bharat Electronics, and you can see this was a very nice pattern which was formed, and here very good, a nice breakout with volume, and now it's consolidating and is trying, maybe it will go towards 170 region again to validate the breakout, and it's trading around about 181. So I would definitely want to keep an eye on this one, and if a breakout happens then it should be above 186 levels. So BEL, that's a Bharat Electronics Limited, also looks like a very good candidate for a trade in the very short and near term. Similarly is BEL. We traded this one, this channel breakout, and eventually there was a gap down. I don't really know because I really don't track, but maybe this was because of the result, hopefully. And now you can see it has formed a very narrow consolidation zone. So if you just look into this particular chart, and so going forward is trying to give a breakout, I would suggest to keep a look above 68 69 levels, and if it is able to sustain that, then very soon you should be at least it might at least go for 75 regions over here. Here we can see that there was a gap down, and then there was no follow-up selling from 63 onwards. This particular zone, and maybe very soon it will go for a very powerful breakout, and it will be something which will get some more money. The next company is Bharat Forge. We have already traded and discussed a lot on Bharat Forge. We did a lot of analysis on these particular channels, and now you can see it gave a very good breakout, and we were able to take from 750 to 780 regions. I tweeted about it, and so this trade is already done. The next is BBTC. This is one of the favorite companies which always keeps on appearing in the TV. So here we can see that if we are seeing that, if we are looking at the way this company has formed, is something like very near to its actual channel, and so maybe going forward you can see over here it tried to give a breakout over the channel, but right now it's consolidating. So going forward, I think a company like this, if it is not able to hold 1250 regions, so then it will go towards the support near this end and towards 1200 region. But definitely we can see that this was one of the very good breakout which happened, and there was also a volume participation, and after that it has actually, if you see this is more like a flag pattern, and so basically you have to either in a very typical flag pattern like this, you have to either wait for a breakout on the upper side, or you have to wait for the breakdown on the lower side, and depending upon that we can have a very good trade. The next company is CESC. Here we can see CESC is very near its channel support of 760, and hopefully if it is able, because this is also a same flag pattern, and maybe going forward, if we had a very good trade in CESC, and I tweeted about it, and so theoretically we should be tracking CESC on a very short term, and we traded this particular very good cup and handle was formed, and it gave a very good breakout, and now it seems like it's coming for a reversal, and maybe a zone of 700 would be a ideal candidate for re-entering and seeing if the trend continues. The next is Castrol India. So Castrol India also gave us a very good breakout, but unfortunately it was not able to sustain at higher levels, and eventually you can see that there has been a selling, and right now it's just trying to consolidate in a very tight range. So maybe a move over 148 on the higher side would give some more strength to the stock, and maybe with the sentiment of the oil sector we can see a new move coming in. The next company is Canara Bank, is also in a channel. It's taking support around about 140, and it's having facing around about resistance around about 166 region. So going forward, keep a track on 158. This was also one of the companies and levels I have discussed and tweeted. The next is City Union Bank, CUB. We traded this particular 180 179 region. If you remember, we traded from 167, and in one session we were able to get our target. And I also told to book out of it, because this acted like a very strong resistance. Going forward, it's very near is support of the channel, and I would suggest again to keep 167 168 as your reevaluation of if there is any reversal from this particular end. Cholamangala is I have already created some positions in Cholamangala 2-3 days back, and this is the reason for this is I am very much this company has given in the past has been a wealth generator for me. I was from 166 levels, so it was here, and you can see the amount of wealth that it has created for me in just a matter of a few months. So going forward, I think maybe so right now it has entered into a very narrow tight consolidation, and I think going forward it will try to re-enter, and if it moves above 530 regions, and if it closes inside this particular channel, then we can see a few more big runs in Chola. And so Chola is one of my favorite companies, and I really love this particular company. So yeah, it's my weakness. Coforge, we took multiple trades at multiple points of time, and right now Coforge has formed a sort of you should be tracking below 4,000 levels, and if it is it has given our doji at the very top, as is at the all-time high. So if it is not able to sustain this level, so maybe there will be a dip towards 4,000, and it will try to get immediate support around about 3,900. So maybe that would something be a good trade. And going forward, we never know, because if it is able to take out 4250 levels, then it can go for higher. So from what I see right now is it all is in a very tight narrow consolidating phase, and this was also what was happening earlier. So this is not something new, so it always keeps on happening, and then you can see that it coils, and then a huge breakout comes in. And similarly over here also, I think going forward we can expect a good move, and it's just a matter of time to understand which move this will be. So this company was Coforge, and the next company is Coromandel. There is nothing I can see from a pattern perspective, so it's more like it's trying to gain some strength over here. It's getting some wicks, and also there is some selling pressure from the higher levels. So maybe Coromandel is not one of the companies which I would. This is Crompton gave a very good sort of breakout in the very a very near term, and we can see that maybe going forward it would be a very good trade for us. So you can see there was a very good breakout which happened, and right now we have to see if it is able to sustain this going forward. This is one of the companies which is very near its all-time high, and if not at all-time high by few pips, and so maybe Crompton Greaves would be one of the first stocks which I would be keeping in my radar for Monday, and definitely for the first 2-3 days of the week. The next one is Cummins India. Exactly, Cummins India gave a breakout of this channel which we traded earlier, and right now is trying to face some sort of resistance. I would suggest to keep try to see if the levels of 905 or 910 are being breached on the upside, and then we can see a very good move towards the all-time high. And going forward, I think it should try to get a support around about 855ish, and then it should be able to validate this breakout, and if it reverses, then we can have a very good move forward. Dalmia Bharat is also one of the very good trending stocks, and it has moved perfectly awesome, you can see, but unfortunately I think right now I wouldn't be so much interested in taking a trade. The next is Dhani Services, not interested. Dr. Lal Path Lab, exactly, this is also one of the companies which is definitely in my radar. There has been a lot of positions. You can see the large big candles, and then eventually it gave a breakout in the last session, and I think this Dr. Path Lab would be definitely in my radar for a very quick move above 3400 levels. So right now it's at 3340 levels, and you can see there's some resistance, but I am pretty sure it will try to get a support at below 33 maybe, and very soon this might be one of the candidates which will give us a very good run. The next one is Edelweiss, and as we can see, it's also trading is not much. It's in a very tight range, so let's leave that. The next one is Imami Limited. I think I already did a very comprehensive analysis on Imami, and I think it's one of the companies which should always be in your radar. And going forward, I think levels of 670 should be in your short-term target. But right now I really don't think that there is much trade we can take here, because I think this is very soon going for a retest of 480 levels, and once that happens, then we can actually think of trying to enter and see if we are going to make some positions. Endurance is also one of the companies going really good. I won't discuss Excite. Let's see Excite. Excite is good. Yeah, exactly. So Excite was having a channel. We traded this channel and it went, and then it reversed. And right now you can see over the last few sessions, this is on a daily chart, it is in a very tight narrow consolidation. Try to keep a look over 190 regions, and that would be a very good trade, because these sort of distributions means positions are getting made, and also you can see that there is absolutely no volume over here. So this is a very good consolidation which is happening, and if it is able to hold this 180 levels, then maybe we can see some really good moves. Escos is one of the company I've always traded and talked about, and right now I think it's going for a very good breakout over 1234 regions. So let me draw it for you. And multiple times in the past I have actually taken positions. So you can see this is the channel it has been, and it has formed a very good sort of pattern. And going forward, Escos is definitely one of the companies which can move. I have already talked about Escos a lot in the past. Fortis Health is also trading at all-time high, and you can see this is very near its resistance over here. Since this is not an FNO company, so there's not much I can do in shorts. But yeah, so Fortis is also one of the companies which, and the next company is Federal Bank. Federal Bank has been in this channel, and right now it's trying to take support in this channel until and unless a very big red candle with volume comes in, which breaks this, just like this candle over here. Because you can see it tried to move, and then in this one particular it automatically reversed and it entered the channel. So there's a strong demand in Federal Bank, and there has been also a lot of positive news flows around about this company. But one of the things you have to understand that this is very near its actual channel resistance, and maybe this is the reason why it is unable to go and break this one. But I would definitely tell you to keep an eye on Federal Bank above 93 regions, because then it would be a multi-year breakout, and maybe it will move very drastically from there. Future Retail, not interested. GMR Infra, we already took this trade. So basically it was a very nice cup and handle where I told about the targets of 32, and it went towards 34. So we traded this particular triangle, this particular candle, and then it reversed, but then it was able to give a very good breakout. There's a lot of volume participation lately. It got a very good support, and right now it's trying to move past 34. So definitely this would be in my radar for not investment but for rather quick trading. And maybe GMR Infra is also one of the good. The next company is more of a very good company which went for a new 52-week high very recently, and you can see that it gave a very good dip towards 272, and now it is at 676, and this is Godrej Agro. So try to keep if it's able to move above 650 and able to sustain that move, because then eventually it will try to go for all-time high, and till that time comes, so maybe we have to but I think this is not something which is going to happen very soon. And if you see, this is a sort of a flag and pole pattern, and so theoretically if it is able to break 650 and 660, eventually it will go for or for much higher and bigger targets, maybe towards 700 and 720 regions, which would be very near its all-time high. The next company which I want to talk about is Glenmark. And Glenmark, in the last week, if we look for on a monthly chart, so there was a channel, and this time it was able to breach the channel. And also you can see in the last 3 months there has been a lot of volume participation. So going forward, I would suggest to keep the levels of 720 as one of the levels which would be very much decisive for a company like Glen Pharma. And if it is able to move past 720, then since 2017 this channel or this particular resistance will be breached. This is the first time on a monthly basis that it was able to close above it, and for the next for the last 2 sessions in June it has been able to take support. So going forward, Glenmark would definitely be one of the companies which would be in my radar. The next company is Godrej Properties, very much hyped and very much talked about, and maybe it's worth it. I haven't till date traded on Godrej Properties, but definitely if you have a position, and so it looks very much a range bound thingy in this sense, and so basically we have to be seeing if it is able to move past 1450 levels. Then going forward, maybe we can have some quick move towards 1550 levels. So that would be a very good trade. The next company is Godrej Industries. Here also we can see it's in a channel, and so depending upon whether it's able to break 600 levels or whether it will go for the channel support over here around about at 550 levels. This is something for us to see. Also true for Godrej Gas, it's in a channel, and so basically it's trying to get some support. Also true for Gujarat State Petronet. This gave a very good pattern to us, and we traded it, and I also tweeted about it. So right now I have no trade, so I am waiting for it to come towards 320 levels and 315 levels to see if it's able to get a confirmation of support from this particular breakout which happened earlier. Hutco is not interesting. ICICI Securities gave a very good move in the very last session, and I think going forward this would be a very interesting company where a lot of, because there are very good things which are happening. First of all is it's in a very good sector. It has a very big brand name, and going forward this company can make an all-time high, and it's already closed at all-time high. And if you look for a monthly chart, you can see that there was a very good breakdown, and this breakdown came with a lot of volume in the last 3 months over here when the breakout happened, this particular breakout. And so I think going forward, if any weakness in Nifty comes in, then I would like to get it round about at 580 regions, but till then we have to see where this goes. The next company is IDFC First Bank. Same story, is just that you can see multiple times it has got support from this particular channel, and right now it's very near the support of the channel. If a breakdown happens, then we can see some damage to the price, and if not, then maybe going forward we can see how this particular stock moves. So this IDFC First Bank is actually in my radar, and we actually also traded it. I definitely remember I tweeted about it. So let's see how this moves from here. Indiabulls Housing Finance also gave a very good breakout, and here a very good pattern, breakout, confirmation, shoot up. Now it's again trying to consolidate in this particular zone. So I think this is all going to form a rounding like this, and we have to just wait and see how this pans up. India Hotel is definitely one of the very good pattern, and very good positions have been made very recently, and the reason for this is very evident. It gave a very good channel breakout. It came for reversal, it got support, it moved up, and now it's again trying to move up. So I think I really don't trade on this particular counter, and I've never taken any position. But given that it's right now in the radar and in the news because of someone bought some stakes in it, so maybe this is the reason which is driving the company forward. But it's up to you if you have taken a position. So maybe this would be one of the companies you would be interested in. The next company I'm talking about is IRCTC. Very good. IRCTC, you can see it's a very strong series of red candles here, but the thing is it's not able to dip, and eventually it's in the last session it tried to move up from this channel support. So going forward, just keep a track on 2150 region, and maybe you would be getting some interesting trades. In general, there's a lot of positive sentiment across the market for these companies like IRCTC, and so this is the reason why this stock is trading near its all-time high. And right now, if a breakout over this levels happen, then we can expect something around about 2300 in the very near term. JSW Energy gave a very good run, and if we draw, so it was something like this. It gave sort of a breakout, and then it came for a very good confirmation of this breakout, and it has run. So right now I really don't see until and unless it comes and tries to take some support in this region, I really don't see what position I can take in this particular counter. Let's just move quickly. Is Ipca Laboratories, again not much, some channel resistance is there, a very good pattern, but we have to track if it is able to break that. Jubilant Food, we have traded Jubilant Food multiple times in the recent past, and I always say look for 3030. Where is it now? Okay, 3145, maybe 3130, this level. No, 3030, yeah, exactly. So this company gave a very good run in the in recent time. I was trading it actively and taking positions, especially when this breakout happened, and I remember this is how we traded it. So right now there's not much we can do. We have to either wait for a reversal or a new breakout from here. The next company is Jindal Steel and Power. This is very simple trade. I have tweeted about it multiple times. Make your position over here. See, this region is sort of a very good resistance, and 410, 420, whatever is basically a resistance. It is stuck in this range. Buy over here, keep a stop loss, sell over there, and then just forget about this. LTTS is also a very good company, and I have traded and made positions multiple times. It's gave us a very good breakout over 2800, and we traded that, and it went for its new all-time high. Maybe this was the candle. No, not this one. Very recently we traded, and it should be over here. 27229, yeah, exactly, something this particular we traded, and right now it's in a very tight consolidation. Going forward, definitely I would try to keep in track on how 2920 levels are breached, and if breached, then it will try to go towards 3100 in the very short term. L&T Finance Holdings is also one of the companies we traded, and you can see it's right now trying to take a support and from a resistance. You can see this is also a resistance, so we have to see how this company moves from here. And MRF, not interesting. LIC Housing Finance is also trying to take a support, and you can see the good thing is it has been for a long few sessions, it has been consolidating between this. I would suggest to keep a watch out for 485 regions, and once this consolidation is over, maybe we can expect some fireworks and some move from this particular counter. The next company I want to talk about is MGL. Sorry. So MGL has I made an explicit video on MGL and IGL, and it's posted some 2 weeks ago video. You can have a look and you can see that it's very near its support region of 1115. So we have to keep a look if it is able to take a support and then reverse, as it has done multiple times in the past. So we have to have a look in MGL also. Mahindra Financial Service, same thing. Channel support has acted and now it's very near the support. So we have to see how it moves from here. Manappuram Finance is one of the trades I took in the last session. I tweeted about it when it was around about at 170, 168, and then it went and closed near 173.8, and this is looking really good. And going forward, I expect it to be going towards a 176 region. So definitely we will have a look. Max Financial Service made an all-time high, and we have traded in this particular zone, and then it's trying to reverse. We actually started trading from this consolidating zone, and we were able to get a new all-time high in this one. Mindtree is very similar to the pattern which we saw in Coforge. Very tight, narrow consolidation, and here you can expect this to act like a channel, and so if it falls, it should get a support round about it 2400 levels. And so till that day comes, we should just have to have patience, and there's nothing more we can do. You can see there's absolutely no volume since a lot of sessions now. Also true for emphasis, actually this is the main reason why in the video which I posted about Nifty, I told about that IT would, this is not the right time for anyone to create new positions in IT. Maybe they will move, that's definitely a speculation, but we as traders, we also have to understand that many a times fatigues happen after a huge run up, and especially if a profit booking comes, then these companies would be the first one to break. Natco Pharma, not interesting. National Alum, we have extensively discussed in many of my earlier trades about National Alum, so just keep a track on this particular channel breakout, and then maybe we can have some fun. And this is Navin Fluorine. We traded Navin Fluorine very recently. We started from here, these boxes, and we were able to get an all-time high in the last session. So right now it seems like it's getting weak, and maybe it will come and try to get a support round about at 3500, 3400, and this would be something for us to evaluate and then try to make a new position. The next company is Nippon Life. Nippon Life is also in a very good channel, and we have traded it maybe towards the end of last month, and it was round about at 360. Okay, from here. So so we were able to take positions from this channel support. So Nippon Life also looks like really good. Oberoi Realty, I'm not going to discuss. Indian Oil Corporation, nothing much, just is trying to have a consolidation phase over here. PI Industries, we already traded, and I have already tweeted about it, and it closed at all-time high. So that's actually one of the very awesome trades. Other thing is Page Industry, and one of the very interesting things I see in Page Industry is this very tight narrow consolidation, and this is something which is definitely going to give us a very good move in the near future. Polycab, nothing much to discuss. From a pattern, it's again the same. Pfizer, I tweeted about it, and the reason I tweeted about it is because Pfizer is giving a very good sort of a channel, and we were able to take this trade on Wednesday or Tuesday. I tweeted about Pfizer, and going forward, you should be trying to see if something like this comes up. But till that time comes, let's have a open mind and let's not jump into the trade, because going forward we have absolutely no direction of Nifty, and until and unless the direction of Nifty comes up, there's nothing much we can do. And this is another one of the very good companies, RBL Bank, which is also in a lot of traders mind. So it's a very near support, and so resistance. I would suggest you to keep track of how it moves above the 220 levels, and if it is able to break this multi-month channel, then theoretically we can expect some very good move. Of course, from now it looks really good in the sense that you can see that multiple times it went for a very nice dip, came, and now it's trying to move. So especially this move of multi-month where it formed a very good bottom, and now it's consolidating near its resistance. So maybe the breakout is just around the corner, and this should be in your radar. Prestige Estates, we are not going to discuss because the next is REC India. Actually, this is very interesting. I don't know why there are no such, because REC India is one of the best companies you can trade, and the reason for it is very evident, and I'm going to show it to you. And this is the reason that it's always in a channel, so you always know where the breakout zone is. It's about 175, and we traded REC very soon. We traded very recently, sorry, and जाने से हमें वही लग रहा है कि REC is one of the best companies to trade, because ये एक बहुत ही एक अच्छे चैनल, एक अच्छे रेंज बाउंड हमेशा रही है. And going forward, this is the biggest strength that we can have, is to safest bet is to trend these channels, क्योंकि अभी ये बहुत it's very near its channel support over here. So अगर कोई रिवर्सल आती है REC इंडिया में, so maybe, because one of the things you have to understand is very recently मैं इसके बारे में ट्वीट किया था, और उस ट्वीट करने का रीज़न ये है कि मुझे एक बहुत अच्छी एक यहाँ से एक ब्रेकआउट आई थी इस रीजन से, और ये breakout came with volume, and now it has not breached. So until and unless 141 is breached in the lower side, I can definitely say that you can easily take a very long trade from here, because अगर आप ये trade यहाँ पे लेते हो, you have a huge upside possible towards 170, which is near about 30 rupees, and given this counter, so that's like a 15% from here. So try to have a look at 150 region and how it behaves, and if it is able to take out 150 151 region, and then we can let me show it in a very smaller time scale, then it would be very evident to you कि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. वो छोटे टाइम स्केल में आपको ज़्यादा अच्छी पता चलेगी. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, दिस इज़ ऑन एन आवरली चार्ट. सो आवरली चार्ट पे ये एक बहुत ही नैरो कंसोलिडेशन में थी, फिर एक बहुत अच्छा ब्रेकआउट आया. ये ब्रेकआउट के बाद अभी ये इसी रेंज को देखिए, इसी रेंज को वो 144 को वैलिडेट कर रही है. सो मैं जो बोला, आप 142 लेवल्स पे आप अपना स्टॉप लॉस लगा के जस्ट 2 रुपया या 3 रुपया आप स्टॉप लॉस लगा के आप इजीली इस पे पोजीशंस बना सकते हो फॉर नाउ, और गोइंग फॉरवर्ड यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट अ वेरी गुड मूव. और इन सब कंपनीज में एंट्री लेने का यही एडवांटेज होता है कि हम बहुत पहले से अभी ये कंसोलिडेट कर रही है, सो अ मूव ओवर 147 से would give us a very quick move towards her 150, और अगर वो 150 को सस्टेन की then eventually 160 and 165, these regions would be very much doable. But so RDC India, इसलिए मैं surprised हो गया था. I was surprised to not see any chart markings because I already did an analysis of the weekend. This is Rajesh Exports, not interesting for me. SRF all time high. सैनोफी भी एक बहुत अच्छी ट्रेड चैनल कर रही है, एंड वेरी रिसेंटली इट केम फॉर अ चैनल ब्रेकआउट and then it was not able to sustain, and now you can see it is trying to reverse and trying to consolidate, which is actually a very good sign, क्योंकि लेट मी शो यू, यहाँ पे जब भी कंसोलिडेट करती है इस रीजन में, पास्ट में की है, इट ऑलवेज शूट्स अप. सो सिमिलरली अ वेरी नैरो कंसोलिडेशन हैपेंड. उसके बाद एक ब्रेकडाउन आया, लेकिन इट वॉज नॉट सस्टेन्ड, एंड देन इट्स अगेन कंसोलिडेटिंग. सो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड ट्राई टू कीप एन आई ओवर 7900, and maybe it will, if it is able to breach that particular level, then maybe 8,000 is very near the corner. Shriram Transport Finance, I'm also surprised. Why is this, इसमें इतना अच्छा एक चैनल दिख रहा है मुझे, और ये हम लोग ट्रेड करेंगे. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is so beautiful. So it's a very near S channel, and since last few sessions यहाँ पे एक बहुत अच्छी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो रही है, और यह डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन is perfect with no volume. Try to keep 1430 levels and see if it is able to move past that, and then we can evaluate. And so here you can see it's facing a lot of resistance at 1500 levels. Actually ये मुथूट फाइनेंस जैसा ही चार्ट है, जो भी है. So this is one of the companies which should be in your radar. The name, the next is SAIL में I see a very good trend. देखो कितनी मस्त लाइन बनती है. So the SAIL looks really good. So it tried to give a breakout, and then right now there is a sort of breakdown, or going forward, since there is absolutely no volume. So we have to see the levels of say 130, above 130. So if it is able to move above 130, 133.3, and then we can expect some very good move in SAIL in the very short term. The next company is TVS Motor. So let's have a look at the monthly chart. Yeah, so say the same thing. That's the reason I came for a monthly chart. A lot of upper wicks, and you can see that the range is also getting lower. So this definitely looks that a very good sort of move is going to come in this particular counter. Let's see. No, we were in TVS Motor. Yeah, I want to draw a proper trend line. This looks good, and see this one. So why this is so interesting is, जब यहाँ पे आई थी, there was a sell off, and it came and took support over here, and this channel has been ongoing since November. So we can have a lot of confidence on this one. But after this, you see ये अभी एक बॉक्स में है, and the reason for this sort of movement is, even though it has faced a lot of resistance around about this 660 region in the past, still it's not dipping. And so maybe going forward So if the levels of 630 and eventually 640 are breached, then it should be able to move towards again 660. So the good thing right now we can see is since last 1.5 month, this is on a daily chart, ये बहुत ही एक नैरो रेंज ऑफ 600 and 660 में ट्रेंड कर रही है. And we have taken some previous trades क्योंकि this is giving us a very good 10% return. So whenever it comes to a 600, buy it and then sell it. First I sell it near 640 region over here and the rest at 660. So this trade is also one of multiple trades you can take. Syngene has been one of the companies जो बहुत ही tight and narrow consolidation में फंसी हुई है since a lot of sessions. And अगर कोई move आनी है, so this should be coming really soon. So it's just depends on how this company is going to move in a very short term, say for example. And going forward definitely ये अगर 600 levels को breach करके close देती है and preferably over 620, so we can expect a very good move in Syngene. And Sun TV is also one of the companies जो हम लोग बहुत डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. और मैं इसको at the starting of June I said this is one of the companies जहाँ पे आप लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव के लिए इन लेवल्स पे आप पोजीशन बना सकते हो. And Sun TV gave us a very good run lately. We were able to take the trade and right now there has been some profit booking. But going forward I'm pretty sure it's going to take support round about at 520 and maybe it would try to reverse from 520 regions. The next one is Tata Chemical. This is what we traded. So I tweeted about it at 9:30 in the morning in the last session and we were round about at 740 and it went towards 770. So this was a very good trade which we took. And the reason for this was very simple. The reason for this was this tight narrow consolidation, the same pattern which we have seen in a few other scripts in this discussion. So whenever this such a narrow consolidation comes, then it's followed by a very vigorous up move, a very vigorous move. So once it breached 740 regions, we were in the trade and we made some really good money. Going forward, why this region also was important is we can see it was consolidating near this channel and now it went for a very good channel breakout. And so this would also be one of the companies which should be in your radar and maybe going forward it's going to give us a very good move. Next company is Tata Power. Tata Power has the advantage, as we saw in Tata Chem, it has been in a very narrow consolidation for few sessions, and going forward if the levels of 125 are breached we can expect a very good up move. And this is also true for a company like Torrent Power. So keep Tata Power and Torrent Power in your radar for at least the next week. Ramco is also very it looks really good, and the reason for it is this particular support it got from levels of 990, and going forward I would suggest to keep an eye on 1022 10225 levels, and if it is able to break it then theoretically we should be seeing a very good up move. Trend, we have been trading Trend since last few sessions, and I also tweeted about it at 2 p.m. and the reason for this is it was in this box, and right now it has broken and it has given a sort of a breakout. So going forward, if it is able to move past 910 region, 910 915 region, so maybe it will try to go for the all-time high at 940 950 regions over here. Let's see what's the next company. Torrent Power. Yeah, as I said, see, this was all the structures which were done before, and the best thing is, you see, I drew this and now you see it's absolutely following this pattern. But going forward, keep an eye on above 475 480 levels, and maybe if it is able to take it out, then we can see a very good move in the very short term. And the next company is VGuard, and VGuard was one of the companies which we took some positions. I don't remember when, but definitely in the month of definitely in May June. So here we can see it gave a breakout and it failed. Actually, I think we traded this particular pattern when it was going for this particular breakout, because I remember it was a BTST which I took, and it might be that from 271 to 285, and then it gapped up, and then it fell, and then now it's in a very tight narrow box. You can see over here, and going forward, if the levels of 278, say for example, are taken out, then maybe we can expect a good move in a company like a VGuard. Union Bank of India, there's not much. If you open the monthly chart, you will understand. So there's not worth investing my money. Varun Beverages is also one of the companies which has been in a very good technical. I did some technical analysis, and it was actually working in a channel. Let me draw the channel, then you will understand exactly. So here you can see it gave a very good breakout, but then eventually it turned out to be a false breakout, and since last few sessions you can see it has been consolidating in a very tight narrow range. So maybe a move above 740 would be something where we can at least start tracking this company. And Varun Beverage is one of the company which is always believes in power of distribution. So always remember this. This is very unique for a company like Varun Beverage. It's all about consolidation. So if it was in a FNO, so basically it's a very good stock for eating the premium. So right now we can see, and if a breakdown below 705 happens, and then we can expect it to go for a further correction and maybe try to take support round about 650 regions. Let me clear this. Yeah, so it will try to get a support round about 660 regions, because this region I have traded multiple times in the past. One is this 600 region, and another is this one. You can see this has always acted like a very good support. So 655 would be something which every trader should remember for learn by heart for Varun Beverage, and whenever you see the price near that, you should try to ascertain whether you want to add some extra positions, right? The next company is Voltas. Voltas gave a very good channel breakout, which we traded, and right now it's trading very near its all-time high. You can see there was some selling pressure which was seen, but it's getting absorbed, and right now it's again in a very tight narrow box. It's and so try to keep an eye on 1080 levels. and maybe going forward this would be a trade in which we can take in the medium term. Z Entertainment I don't want to discuss, and Whirlpool is the last company I have in my tracker. I don't remember if I ever traded Whirlpool in the last 1.5 year. But going forward, if you really want to see, so it is something. The reason I have it in my tracker is there were a few green volumes which came in the last few months, so you can see that I have added this in the tracker, and so it's trying to consolidate, so there's nothing much we can do. So that's all, folks. I have chart analysis for all the counters which are primarily non-FNO counters, which are looking really good. So just to reiterate, companies like RBL Bank, Page Industry, Syngin, Sun TV, TVS Moto, Tata Chems, Aramco, VBL, Voltas, GMR Infra, Dr. Path Labs, so Crompton. So these are few of the big names which we discussed, and which are the companies which I would like to keep a track in my short term. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope this video will help you, and enjoy your investment, and have a nice trading next week. Bye bye.